Our guests have arrived.
Warning.
Hey, Captain, think you could keep them amused while we recharge the fortress shield?
Unknown object.
Glory to the Raga clan! Raga, the Batrax Slayer, whose father is Ragnar Raga, Scourge of the Weak.
And on that note, my name is Lazy Joe. Hello people, this game is called Nexus, Jupiter Incident. It's a game that was released back in 2005. It's a very old space game, but I want you to pay attention to the graphics of this game. It is amazing for a game of 2005 to release this level of detail. I don't know if there was any games back then in 2005 that looked this impressive, but feel free to prove me wrong. Now this game is an RTS system. Is an RTS game? RTS system. It allows you to pause in between during the fights, so then you can issue commands to your entire fleet or one ship at a time. And at the bottom left, you may see a little tactical menu that displays information about the ship that you have currently selected. And on that menu, you can see bars of energy that allows you to allocate your excess energy into a specific point, whether it be your support systems, your shield system, your weapon, or your engines. And putting more power over the default values naturally gives you more power, faster firing rate, faster speed, faster recharge, shield recharge. It's very intuitive. This in the bottom right, you can also see that I can select my weapons and my systems and which I want to be activated and which one I don't want to be activated. And all this is well and good, and then below that you can see little options whether you want to just like I don't want to deal with this kind of weapon system. I just want this ship to attack that enemy and be done. Now this game also has a very basic combat system. There are three types of weapon and damage. Weapons, sorry. There are three types of weapons. You have your laser weapons, which are pinpoint accuracy weapons designed to attack and destroy enemy modules. You have your energy weapons, which does no hull damage, but they're designed to break through enemy shields by overloading them. That's what these little blue bleeps you see are. And naturally, the last one are projectiles. You know, the normal ballistic weapons that we always see. Cannons, plasma cannons. Actually, plasma cannons there are in this game, but they're like incredibly slow. But they do a bit of both hull and energy damage, so it's okay. But I don't really use them. And then, aside from those three generic weapons, there's also missiles, nuclear missiles, and energy bombs, and both of them are very, very strong. But because they do not discriminate and have a huge blast radius, it's very recommended that you use them with extreme caution. Now I have those energy bombs I mentioned loaded onto my main ship, the Angel Wing. But for this mission, it's not a good idea to stay behind and just lob those things and hopefully I destroy the shields. For this mission that I'm doing, I had to be aggressive and take them out as fast as possible. Because these ships, unfortunately, I have broken the formation to the point where they can't do it, can activate a formation called Siege Laser Formation, which basically can punch through shields and do massive amount of damage. Like, massive. Later on into the game, you can do this yourself as well, but unfortunately, it's kind of like the thing where it's scripted that you must do this or else you get screwed over, and after that, it doesn't really matter if you use this feature or not. It's that kind of deal. There are a lot of features in this game, but most of them didn't got finalized because there was not enough time or money. I don't remember. Because in this game, there's also as you progress through the game, your captain, commander, your main ship, they get stat points to military, science, or whatever the dirt one is. I forgot. But unfortunately, those don't do anything. It's really sad because those were supposed to, as you would think, improve the overall capabilities of your weapons or your science-related things or the other whatever the dirt thing was. But it doesn't because it wasn't implemented. It was just there, and since they didn't have enough time on release, they just left it there. I mean, I can't really fault them on that. You can't fault them for this. It's very old. Game companies didn't work the way that they do now. At least not a lot of them do. But I really don't know how to say much. Oh, damn, the explosion. Yeah. Another thing is, you really also don't want to kind of destroy the ships completely. I mean, I've been doing it this entire game because I just keep forgetting to. You tend to get over congested with all the millions of types of ships and tell them, oh, don't attack that one. Because when they explode, their nuclear reactors literally just boom. And if you're too near, also it does affect you. Oh, and the mission is finished. The enemy is like, fuck this, I'm out of here. So in this game, there's something called the IP drive, or in English called interplanetary drive, and allows them to warp. And unfortunately, as you can see here, I did not complete my secondary objective, which also doesn't matter because it provides no pros and cons. It's supposed to give you medals, right? Which upon getting more medals, you get more stat points, but the stat points aren't implemented, the effects, so it doesn't really matter. Here we have Vice Admiral Norbank.
We're able to mount a stronger defense than our experts anticipated. The incompetence of others has resulted in several ships suffering serious damage. I have been forced to fall back with them until they have been repaired and more powerful armaments installed. Once our preparations are complete, I'll blast that goddamn fortress with so much firepower, even its own mother won't recognize it. Until then, I have a task for you. Our deep reconnaissance squad is currently active in the sector. Though it pains me to say it, given their previous failings, without their assistance, we are flying blind. One of their ships ran into trouble during a mission. It was damaged, and because it cannot camouflage itself in open space, it chose to hide in the ring of Atrox 9. Naturally, those damned Gorgs are already hunting for it, using an IP jammer to prevent it from escaping. It'll take them a while to search the asteroid fields. Our ship can't hold out for much longer. Get it out of there, Captain!
Isn't he interesting? Oh my god, I love his character. And it's so very well voiced act. Every character in this game, during the cutscenes that is, they're all voice acted, and it's so good. The dialogue is good. You don't see these kind of things anymore these days. You don't have good gameplay, good story. The story's kind of cliche, but it's a space game. Who cares? You don't get good characters. Like General Norbank, upon meeting you, already doesn't like you because you're this newbie greeny noob dude just coming into his fleet and doing stuff, that making achievements, and he himself, General Norbank, has been gone down through the family lane that he is one of the best generals of the family tree or whatever. Basically, he got to his rank not because of achievements, but because he was just born in the family. But he does his job. Just, yeah, not very well, I guess. I mean, at least he acts it. That's for morale, right? Right? Anyways, this is the ship loadout screen. You get to put in what parts and slots, whatever you want into your things. Of course, they are limited to whatever restrictions, there are, and the fact that you only get to put in a number. As you can see at the top right in the middle, there's something called resources. As long as you have resources, you can put stuff in, and once you confirm it, well, unfortunately, you cannot undo it. So, a little design issue, but game old. Can't really fault them for not thinking things straight. Another thing is when the ships get destroyed, right? Then everything gets resetted. Your ship, you get a brand new ship of the class, but everything comes in a bare minimum, and they don't even get resources when they come with them. So if you lose a ship, I hope you're a very good tactician, because by then, you're gonna have to fight for the level ups.
We have reached
at that point, it's just much better if you just restart and just redo it again. Because having a ship, it's like literally the tier 1 weapons and arm and shields, everything, and you can't even put anything in, and not even all the slots are filled up. It's very, very, very annoying. Now the game has a normal story as you may expect about space, but it has a little twist to it. The humans, they have sent out a ship called the Noah's Ark into deep space, hoping to find new planets to inhabit. They found a wormhole. Apparently there was a wormhole. Not apparently. There was a wormhole. They devised technology, made a ship and everything, and had people in the ship called the Noah's Ark, and they sent it through the wormhole, hoping to find a new home. Unfortunately, after the ship passed through the wormhole collapsed, and then all communications were cut off. Fast forward some hundreds of years later, humanity has finally created decent travelable spaceships. They are able to go from Earth to Jupiter to all these kind of places with their engines and everything. Granted, it took long months, but they were able to achieve such a thing. Your main character, Marcus Cromwell, is the son of the hero of Cromwell, whatever. Basically, father's famous, son is not that famous, blah blah, yada yada yada. You find this mysterious ship while out in doing a mission, an escort mission. And unfortunately, your ship blows to bits, and then you decide to, take over this ship. Did your ship blow to bits? Whatever, my memory sucks. You know that! But I remember everything on this game. I guess. I just like things I do like. I remember everything. That is just meh. So the ship is, of course, alien of nature, and also comes with a very smart AI called Angel. And because of that, they'll name the ship the Angel Wing. Now, the Angel Wing is about roughly a cruiser class ship, which is nice and all, but you cannot change it, you cannot upgrade it, you can only give it like new weapons and armor. I mean, I guess I consider that as upgrading, but it's unique. That's the thing. Your main ship is unique, which is very wonderful. Like, being unique in a game, a space game, it kind of gives you a sense of superiority. Oh, this is my flagship, and it feels good having a flagship. Now, the story was that once everything was done and through, Marcus Cromwell, after getting the Angel Wing, needed to escape. And to do that, they had to escape through the wormhole. The exact same wormhole that collapsed hundreds of years ago. Upon going through the wormhole, they found out that Noah's Ark was not lost, but it in fact completed its journey to a new solar system. And from there, they established civilization. And then they met these aliens called the Vardrai. And these Vardrais were more than happy enough to assist them to, repopulate. But, of course, it also comes from both ways. The Vardrais are a pacifist race. They have the Vardrais are a pacifist race, but they do have large weapons of mass destruction. So in turn for helping the humans re-establish a foothold in this new system, the humans have to fight for them, or well, fight with them. Not as slaves, as compatriots. It's not a master-slave relationship. The Vardrais are split into two halves. You have those that like war and those that don't like war. Kind of weird, but was it? I don't remember. My alien names are not that good. But that's enough about the world. That kind of stuff. If you do want to check it out, you can just go check it out on Wiki or buy the game yourself. It's not very expensive, and honestly, for the price these days, the amount that's asking for the amount you can get out of is totally worth the price. The game is Not very difficult at all either. It's kind of hard to learn at first because of all the things, and like these actions that I'm making are kind of also hidden. They don't exactly explicitly tell you, oh, you can adjust the power of your ship and everything. I mean, it's doable when you play on the lowest, on the normal difficulty settings. The game itself, as I said, it's very simple. It's an RTS. You destroy stuff, but then each mission just usually are just you basically destroy this, destroy that, and it can be very tactical about it, and it's very satisfying. Even though it's just so basic, it's so satisfying to just look at these ships that you command in 3D, just blowing the shit out of your enemies. And it's not like there's like a massive amount of ships in like those other 4X games, and you're just like, oh no, what should I do? I can't command all of them at once. Each ship you can tailor it to be very unique. Like I myself had tailored one of these destroyer class ships to mainly only have lasers, and his only role is to destroy every piece of module that they can. And here you have another alien race, and they have the ability to cloak themselves, and they're a race of an interesting race, I guess. I can't really explain much without spoiling too much, but there's a hidden enemy, and their main job is to try and destroy that hidden enemy. But back to the game mechanics, I can tailor each ship to what I want. The weapons, I can tailor it that I want this ship to specifically only destroy the enemy shields, that ship to destroy their hull, or that ship, just so many ways. It's fantastic. And I don't really know what else to say, but that's really bad, isn't it? Saying that I don't know what to say on a video that I'm making myself. It's like, I don't have really planned for this, but I have. It's just really difficult. The game has really, I say, oh, I don't know, if it's not that hard. I believe you can probably get like 10 some hours out of this or more. The story's cliched. It's okay. You can't expect for much. Oh, and another thing I was talking about was that there is a stealth mission in this game, and I really dislike that mission a lot, because it's basically you fly to point A to point B and just do all these random crap. It's so unintuitive. I think that's also a mission that they didn't really dot out because they didn't have enough time or money, but it's just really annoying. It's really an upsetting mission. This ship is fucked. His engines are still active. I just love just watching the lasers pierce through the shields and destroying the modules. It feels so amazing. Like, these graphics are so good. I just can't keep praising these graphics. It's amazing. Oh man, I think I'm just gonna end this video here. If I had to give a rating for this game, this is like a short impromptu trying to review the game or something. I don't know. I would rate this game, for what it was been back then, an 8 out of 10. An 8 out of 10, yes. They have some problems with the game, but inherently that's the fault of it not being a 100 completed game. This game is completed, I say 70-80%. There's a lot of features in this game that are not properly well finished because of the time constraints and everything else. But the rest of it, it's beautiful. It does its job beautiful. The mechanics are solid. If you are looking for a space game to play for not that much money, and you enjoy the beautiful 3D graphics and battles, this is a game for you. So now, before I end this, we're gonna listen to what Vice Admiral Norbeck has to say.
No time to lose. It seems that our presence in this sector has got the Gorgs riled, and who can blame them? Like a cornered rat, they're baring their fangs and making a desperate bid to drive us back. Their goal is nothing less than total annihilation of our fleet. They will not prevail. The Gorgs will soon dispatch a significant number of ships through the Theta Gate. I would like nothing more than to blow them out of the sky one by one, but many of my ships are still not battle-ready and time is running out. For now, I shall have to sacrifice the pleasure of open combat. The Theta Gate is protected by an enormously powerful minefield. The typically overcautious assessment of our scouts is that navigating through this obstacle is impossible. The mines are controlled by a base located in the middle of a nearby asteroid field. It is protected by a powerful shield, plus several weapon batteries and patrols. Our scouts will provide you with further details on these. Let's talk turkey, Captain. Your mission is to approach the base, transmit your AI into its systems, and make her reprogram the minefield. When the Gorg fleet arrives, they'll be taken out by their own mines. I would not entrust you with this task if it were complicated, but be warned. One thing is key. Your ship must go undetected until you transmit your AI to the base. Once the alarm has been raised, you'll have no way of getting through their defenses. The only way that Angel can enter their systems is via your commando unit, so discretion is of paramount importance. I realize that this mission may sound a little daunting to someone of your limited experience, so I've decided to provide you with some assistance. Our scouts report that with a little help, your Wonder Ship will be able to mimic their camouflage technology. In this case, that help is Commander Sweetwater, who operates as a liaison officer between us and the scouts. She is the only person who is able to operate the camouflage system. Don't ask me how. Commander Sweetwater will reach you in a matter of minutes, so look sharp. There's no time for dawdling. Once she has made the necessary preparations, leave immediately for the Theta Gate. The hard work has been done for you, Captain. Make sure you are successful.
He is such an interesting character. There are so many other characters in this game that has such unique personalities. Not a lot, but enough that most of the ones that matters. The rest can just, like, you know, side characters. I guess some people may not like because some people actually like their side characters, but side characters in this game they got their characters. They're good enough. But anyways, my name has been Lazy Joe. This is Nexus, Jupiter Incident. Well, bye guys. Bye!
Miss Sweetwater.
Commander Sweetwater, if you don't mind, sir.
My apologies. Commander Sweetwater, please activate the camouflage device or our beautiful friendship is going to be a short one.
As you wish, Captain. This bucket of bolts is merely imitating real camouflage technology. I can only hide it from Gorg sensors for a limited amount of time.
What? Why didn't you mention this before?
You didn't ask. Now let me concentrate.
I have marked the farthest possible target that this bucket of bolts can reach during our limited camouflage time.